Guys, it's that time of year where we are going to do our dice game where we play our music and create music. Now last year when we did this lesson, it didn't include as many notes for you, but you're fifth graders now, so it's really important that we do this a little bit better. So I've created this little video to try to help you with a lot of the problems you ran into last year with this, since we're adding a little bit more complex elements. So the biggest issue that we had was writing complete measures. I had either measures with too many notes or measures with not enough notes, and so you really couldn't play the piece. And so a lot of great pieces lost out on the contest because of that. So I want to make sure that doesn't happen this year, that everybody gets an equal chance. Okay, so let's get started. Before we can begin creating our percussion songs, you have to know the rules for writing music. So if I ordered a pizza, and this is all that I got was this half of a pie of pizza, how would you feel? I would be not happy because I'd paid for a full price and I'm not getting it. Music is the same way. We want your measures to be complete, otherwise you just kind of, it's just hanging out there. It doesn't even sound complete. On the flip side, we don't want a pizza that is more than we ordered. This pizza is a whole pizza and a slice. So I ordered it and he hands me the box and I have my whole pizza and then he just flops another slice on there. And I'm like, where did this come from? What is this? You would do the same thing in music. If you had that extra beat in there, it would add something extra and it wouldn't make any sense. Just like the pizza guy putting that extra slice on there. Okay? So, next thing. When writing music, you must make sure that your measures are complete. They must equal 4 beats. Not 5, not 6, not 2, not 1. 4 beats. Measures do exist that have more or less than 4 beats. We know that. But we're not going to use them in this exercise. For our dice game, we will be using the following notes this year. Okay? A whole note, which gets 4 beats. So it should sound like this. Ba. A whole rest, which of course there's no sound, but it'll go 4 beats. If you roll a dice and you get a whole note, that's going to take the whole measure. So that's the only thing you can put in that measure. Don't give me a measure with 2 whole notes, a whole note and anything else. The whole note and the whole rest take up the whole measure. Try to remember it that way. I hope that helps. Half note. Just like the note sounds, half. It takes up half the measure. So this little part of the chart I really like because it shows you how you can have these notes in the measure. Now remember our half rest, he has not eaten, he's only taken up half of his food. Whole rest, he's upside down. He ate the whole food, he's now fell over and tipped over because he's full with food. Quarter note. Oh, I forgot to sing the half note. Half note. Ba. And then half rest would be 2 beats. Okay? Quarter note would sound like this. Ba. Quarter rest, you would just hear the 1 beat. So if you have 4 quarters, you have a dollar. You have that whole measure. Same thing. 4 quarter notes, whole measure. 2 half notes, a whole measure in our 4/4 time. So now you could have a half note and 2 quarter notes. That would be fine. You could have, you could even have the half note be on this side and then have 2 quarter notes here. You can't have more than 2 half notes. You can't have more than 4 quarter notes. You can only have 1 whole note, and the same thing goes with the rest. Okay? Now, think of it like musical fractions. You've been studying fractions since you were very young. So if this helps make it easier, I put this chart together. So you've got quarter note here. That's a quarter of a fraction. Half of a fraction. Whole. Correspond. If you look up on the board, this chart is up there. Here are some good examples of good measures. This is the song you all played on the recorder. Oh, excuse me. Hot, cross, buns. So this is whole, or excuse me, half, half, whole. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This gets 4 beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4. A half note gets 2 beats. Half note gets 2 beats. 2 plus 2 equals 4. whole note gets 4 beats. This is quarter, 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 quarter. So I've got 4 quarters, so that equals 4. This measure's done. Same thing here. Same thing here, same thing here. Okay? In the next screens, please click on the right answer. So I have this measure. It's got a quarter note, and a quarter note. I need you to tell me by clicking on one of the bubbles what note would go in this section. Is this a good measure? Quarter, 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 half, quarter. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's take a look. These are some more measures. Half note, quarter, quarter, quarter rest, quarter, whole rest, whole rest. So practice, okay? So you've done a few links, you've gotten some idea, hey, do I know what I'm doing, do I not? So this link will take you to to an online quiz, and it will walk you through filling in the blanks so that you get practice on that. Once you've completed the quiz, it will show you your score. You need an 80% or above before I will issue you any dice. The whole group has to get an 80% or above. So click on the link. Go ahead and start taking the test. Once you are done, you have a score of 80% or above, raise your hand and I will check your name off and issue your dice. Start rolling. So this is our site. This is the link, musictechteacher.com, and this is the Rhythms Fill-In Measure Quiz. So once you get here, you're going to click Next. Click the box with the correct number of beats to complete the measure of music. So this is quarter, quarter. Now here are our options, okay? 16th notes, 8th notes, or a half note. Well, this is 1 beat. This is 1 beat, so this is 2. So 2 plus 1 does not equal 4. 2 plus 1 does not equal 4. But 2 plus 2 does. So I will hit this, and it will spin and think about it. While you get that little bow tie spinning, go ahead and click Submit. Half note is correct. It will tell you, okay? All right, so then you go to the next question, all right? So hopefully this will help you out in your quest to get those dice rolling. Again, start rolling.